Welcome friends in a new lecture on interest rate modeling with LSTM neural network. Let us have a recap first what we have already covered in this module. So here in this module we are discussing the modeling part of interest rate. So far we have discussed the importance of interest rate in various financial analysis. It is mostly used in finding the value of various financial assets. For example, you need to determine the value of your bond. So you need to find an appropriate interest rate, and you have to use that the value of that interest rate for determining the fair value of a bond. So when you are going to buy a bond, first you need to find the fair value, because the fair value has to be more than its price. Only in that condition you will be interested to buy the bond. Or if you have some other objective, like you want to use it in your portfolio, so that is another different matter. But in general you will buy only when its fair value is more than its price. So how you will determine the fair value of a bond? You need to select an appropriate interest rate. So also in case of derivatives, for example, you use interest rate to model various parameters of derivatives. So in case of derivative, you take the short rate interest rate. For example, in the Black-Scholes model, you use the interest rate to model the derivatives outcome. So interest rate is a very important tool for finding the fair value of either the debt instrument or the derivatives. For example, you have the equity derivative, or you might have the currency derivative or the commodity derivatives. So there are various kind of derivatives available in the market, like forward contracts, which are over the counter contracts, whereas other exchange traded derivatives are available, like futures, options. So various derivatives are available. So when you go to model, when you go to find the price of this derivative, or when you go to find the fair value of this derivative, you need to incorporate in interest rate. For different valuation purpose, you require different kind of interest rate. So in the previous lecture we have also discussed various kind of interest rate that we can employ for the valuation of various financial assets. Like we discussed the risk-free rate, we also discussed the LIBOR rate, which has now been phased out. We also discussed various other kind of interest rate, like prime rate or other, like repo rate. So there are various kind of interest rate. You need to select the one that is means you have to your asset will decide which kind of interest rate you need to select. So market interest rate. So I have also discussed in the previous lecture how you can select the appropriate interest rate, or you can select the similar kind of security which are already available in the market, and then you take the data, you take the yield of those securities, like that, like risk-free bonds are available. So based on the credit risk and the other characteristics like maturity period, you find the similar kind of security in the market and take the data, and you can use it as the yield of those security as an interest rate in order to find the fair value of your security. So there are various method we discussed how we can find the market interest rate. So and also we discussed a very important tool. Also we discussed mathematical modeling of these interest rate. We also covered various mathematical models like Cox-Ingersoll model. Also we covered the Wazerschaft model, and other models to model the interest rate. One of the drawback of using those model is to find the parameters of those model, like mean reversal, speed of mean reversal. So you need to accurately put the value of the speed of mean reversal. Also, since these models are based on Brownian motion, so a Brownian motion is a concept in physics that we use. So Brownian motion, so we make a model based on Brownian motion, or called the Wiener process. So we assume that the interest rate has a mean reversal characteristic. So for a longer, so it approaches towards a longer term mean of the interest rate. So by these assumption we define certain parameters, and if you use this model, you have to calibrate this model with the market interest rate data. We can avoid the use of this crisp mathematical model by using neural network. So we have already discussed in the last lecture how we can model the interest rate without assuming any crisp mathematical model. So we talked about the recurrent neural network. We use the recurrent neural network to model the interest rate. One of the problem with recurrent neural network is that it is very inefficient for long-term dependency. So although it is good for modeling the sequential data, like time series or like a sentence in natural language processing, although it is a very good model, but in case of a long-term dependency, its efficiency, it is not very efficient. Its performance is not so good. So in order to overcome those shortcomings, a new variant of recurrent neural network has arrived. We employ, that is called the long short term neural network. So this long short term neural network overcome the shortcomings of the conventional simple recurrent neural network. So let us discuss what long short term memory networks, and